Welcome everybody to Ask the Agent episode 5. Thanks for joining us today. I've got one of our top producing agents, Chris Gerber, here with us today. Man, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me, Steve.
We're going to talk a little bit today about breaking into this real estate market. A lot of new agents getting in because the getting is good right now, but what can we do to get to the top of the game as fast as we can? And I don't think a lot of this stuff that we're going to talk about today is necessarily just for new agents, right? We've kind of had that conversation that some people that maybe been doing this 10, 15 years, I mean, the game has changed dramatically in the past years. And we're changing strategies, quarterly, if not faster than that. So even if you're an existing agent, I think some of the stuff can apply. So let's get rolling, right? So first thing I kind of want to talk about was training, right? And making sure that you are all in committed to this business. There are so many different ways to go about getting information on how to succeed in this business for you to go out and get. I think a lot of agents rely on agents in their offices to show them stuff. And, to be honest, agents are busy, right? So unless you've got a dedicated mentor, I think you got to go out and find the information yourself. So a couple of ideas for you. There's a lot of real estate coaches out there on like Facebook and YouTube where you can go out and they've got dedicated shows where they're going out and giving you content that you can brush up on your skills. There are some Facebook groups that you can join, whether you're looking to get better at your objection handling, you're looking to do some unique marketing, different ways to promote a property, negotiating techniques. All of these Facebook groups are out there, and I would encourage you to go out and try and find these groups and join them. Plenty of books out there that you can read, that will get you started. I think there's literally a book, First Year in Real Estate. And then it's going to come down to what training does your brokerage offer. So is there online training at your brokerage? Is there in-house training? Is there a mentor that you can get that's dedicated at the office? Those are my thoughts on actual training. I don't know if you had anything to add on.
No, not so much on the training. I know we were going to talk a little bit about teams. So
Yep.
I think the number one thing you can do when breaking into the industry right now is join a team. As you said, it's changing quickly. And 2 years ago, there wasn't a lot of teams. There was a handful of teams in any market. Now, almost every market across the country is completely dominated by powerful real estate teams. And the hardest part of the business of selling homes is having enough homes to sell, having enough buyers to work with, having enough clients, and where do you get those and how do you generate them? And the number one way to do that is to join a team. Learn how, somebody that's been successful enough to start a team is generating that amount of volume and that amount of leads. And, I did that when I joined here with you, and quickly have been able to start my own group and probably greatly because I took the time, joined your team for a while. It's absolutely the way the industry's going. It's the best way to get trained, because the problem we've seen time and time again is, people come in here or go into another, brokerage, and there's just, they don't have enough at-bats, and people call them leads or this. We use the term at-bats, and you got to have a place to play, and you got to have places to swing, and the number one way to do that is to learn from one of the best.
So, I know kind of when we were first getting started, you joked that you'd hear conversations just even between the walls of what's going on, and you learn a different way to handle an objection or how to handle a negotiating situation. So just being in the game, showing up to the office every day, and having somebody to mirror, shortcut to success. Absolutely.
Especially getting started. I mean, maybe 2 years, 5 years down the road, you make whatever decision you want. If you work from home in this business getting started, you are making a colossal mistake. Yeah. Colossal. You need to be in the office. You need to be soaking up what's going on. You need to immerse yourself in the people in that office that are uber successful. And most offices have people, hang around them. When we started here, most days there was 3 people in the office for months. And it was great for me because it was very quiet. And like you said, I could soak it up through the wall. I listened to every phone call for months on months and made as many of my own as I could. And it just became second nature from being in here listening, 8 hours, 10 hours, however many hours, a day we were in here when we started. That was probably the most influential piece for me.
Yeah, I know, the first thing we led off with was kind of in the book training, getting on, watching videos, but nothing is going to replace getting out and doing it, right? So I think, the term, quote something from Tony Robbins, which is full immersion. Get in there and just start doing, and I think I see a lot of new agents that get into the business, and even experienced agents, they get a $50,000, $100,000 lead, and they don't want to go and hustle that business, I felt like when you first got in and were really cranking, you'd grind that stuff all day long, and I think you understood that might be a $100,000 house that you're going to sell, but they could refer you 3 or 4 more deals, and you sell that guy a house, and maybe in 2 years you're building a pipeline for down the road when he sells the 100,000 and buys the 300,000, etc.
Yeah, and obviously it is a numbers game on some level at some point, but I mean, I'm like you, I just love people, so it doesn't matter if you're buying $500,000, $600,000 house, $120,000 house. I like helping get you to the finish line. So there's certainly a competitive side of it, and that flow and the price value of a house has absolutely nothing to do with that. Helping people is kind of what we've been about since we started a little over 2 years ago, and it's been great. The other thing I'd add about Team Steve is, kind of got sidetracked, but there's a certain stigma in the marketplace because teams, as we said, haven't existed long enough. You're just if you don't want to join a team because of the stigma or what another agent told you or what another broker told you, you're missing the boat. You're missing the direction the market's going, and the industry's going. And I don't know. I think everybody who really wants to go to the next level, and look, we talk about this Belichick guy a lot in New England, right? Well, he was on Parcells' team for a while. I mean, a long while, 20 years, 10 years, however long it was. He's got a pretty good team of his own. So it's not just real estate. It's not just, you got to learn from great people around you, and you got to put in a lot of work. And I mean, that's a great example.
Yeah. I hear it, at the agent level, why do I want to join a team when I can get a higher split doing it on my own? The problem is at the team, you might get 20 or 30 deals in a given year, right? And get all of that experience, right? And get past clients, etc. Yeah, it's on a lower split, or you can go and do 4 of your own and you'll be out of the business in 12 months. So you're not getting the at-bats when you're trying to generate on your own.
When I first got into the business, somebody said to me, if you could just hang in 2 years, you got a chance to make it. I don't know who has 2 years to just hang in. Not in 2017, not today. So you've really created a culture here and a plan where people can hit the ground running from day one if they choose to. And we've had endless examples of that I've seen come through in the last 27, 28 months. It's been great.
So the final piece that I think I would add would be around prospecting, right? So once you do your book training and you watch your videos and then you get the mentor, join a team and start to do, then every single day you need to get in and prospect. A lot of agents, I think maybe you put 2 or 3 deals together and oh my God, now I'm so busy, and then the prospecting stops. It's got to become part of your daily routine, whether you're going to train for an hour every morning, but then prospecting's got to be right at the top of the list, and it's got to happen early. If you're going to prospect in the afternoon, forget it. It's not going to happen.
No doubt. And you can never get ahead in this business if at the end of closing a few deals, there's 60 to 90 days before the next one. So I agree. You got to prospect and build, and I think that comes in any sales job, but it's certainly very prevalent in ours, very necessary.
That's it, guys. We really appreciate you tuning in. We're going to try and be live every week on Thursday at 3 o'clock. So hope to see you guys for Ask the Agent episode 6.